Hello, I'm Dr. Rona Novick. Thank you for joining me today, and thank you to JLI for inviting me to speak to parents in these very uncertain times about a key role that all of us can and should play as parents, all the time, but especially now. And that's the role of being reassuring. It's so difficult to be a reassuring parent when the news that comes into our homes that we hear from friends and neighbors is not only difficult, but sometimes filled with uncertainty. I noticed after other traumatic events that we've shared, whether it was 9/11 or Hurricane Sandy, Hurricane Katrina, even our brothers and sisters in Israel who dealt with the scuds falling and the Intifada, that one of the things that happens for parents is that our normal reflex, our parenting muscle that wants to make everything okay for our children, starts to pull back. When our children ask, is everything going to be okay? In an uncertain world, we don't know what to say. And so sometimes we say nothing. But children of all ages need reassurance. They're watching us now with everyone in their homes. They're watching us 24/7. And they have an opportunity to learn from us whether the world is a safe or an unsafe place, whether we should be hopeful or hopeless, whether we are resilient people who are strong and can come out the other end of difficulty, or whether we throw up our arms and give up. So we have an unbelievable opportunity to help our children in these times. How do we do that? Well, the first thing is that sometimes actions and demeanor speak at least as loud, if not louder than words. So how we are carrying ourselves, what we are doing in our homes makes a difference. If we are running around constantly watching the news, upset about every new news item, then we're communicating that level of stress and distress to our children. And so we may need to do that behind closed doors, adult time only. We may need to limit the amount of time that as adults and as a family that we have access to some of the difficult news that we're hearing. But we also need to think about the reassuring and comforting nature of routines. Believe it or not, just getting up and brushing your teeth just as you always did, and telling goodnight stories just as you always did. And I saw this on the news today. One family decided to keep their child's routine alive, that every morning they would take a flag, or they would march to the end of their driveway. They would plant that flag in the soil, and they would stand together and say the Pledge of Allegiance, because that was part of the children's regular school routine. By the way, it's now become a neighborhood ritual, and everyone in the neighborhood, standing 6 feet apart and observing all of the right health regulations, comes out every morning for the flag raising ceremony. What a beautiful demonstration of how routine helps our children be reassured. In the same way, what routine does is focus on what's not changed. For so many of us, much has changed. But helping our children see what has not changed. We still get to play Uno. We still eat dinner at the table, just like always. We still talk to grandma and grandpa on the phone or on FaceTime or on Skype or Zoom or whatever technology we're using these days. There's so much in our lives that has not changed, and we need to help children and reassure them by focusing on what's not changed and by thinking about which routines are in our lives that can stay in our lives, or that which routines we can initiate now. On another webinar, I talked to parents about giving structure to our days and perhaps making Monday Music Madness Day. And that's the day that 2 o'clock every Monday, we all sit together and listen to our playlist. And Tuesday, maybe Travel Tuesdays, and we all sit together every Tuesday at 2 o'clock, and we watch one of the videos out there about visiting Israel or about visiting the Smithsonian Museum, etc. Just those simple things are reassuring in that they help children know what to expect. They give them a routine of what is not changing in an ever-changing world. But certainly, the most powerful tool we have to reassure our children, whether they are 2 or 22 or teens and tweens in between, are our words. In this way, in this our use of language, we are both gifted and challenged. We are gifted because we have an array of expressions and words and so many things we can say. But we're also challenged because we need to understand the developmental level of our children and not give more information than is necessary, more information than what is asked, and information that, rather than reassure, will actually cause undue worry. At the same time, we cannot ever lie. We cannot ever overly sugarcoat the reality. When our children come to us with a serious and real question, are grandma and grandpa going to be healthy? Of course, we want to say, yes. Why would you worry about grandma and grandpa? They're healthy, they're wonderful, they're safe in their home. But what if? What if, chas v'shalom, God forbid, grandma and grandpa do get ill? Then our children think that our word is worth nothing, and they can't trust any reassurance we offer. So we have to craft the language that says, grandma and grandpa are fine right now, and just like everyone else, they're doing so much to stay safe, right? Just like us. They're washing their hands. They're not going out of their house. They're davening. We're praying. We're saying our tehillim and our tefillot so that all should be well. That's what we can do. That's reassuring. We can say our prayers too. And we can call grandma and grandpa and talk to them and see how good they look, and we'll feel better when we talk to them. That's the reassurance we can offer. We can't lie. At the same time, we don't want to respond to, are grandma and grandpa going to be okay with, well, the risk factors are actually very high. They're in the highest risk category. They're in one of the hot spots. You know, there are 140,000 people affected already in our area, and the likelihood is 1 in, 10, that they will get it. That is not helpful. That may be the script that's running in your head, but keep it to yourself. Do not share it. And finally, I'd like to suggest that one of the most powerful ways we have of reassuring our children, which is both part of a routine, something they're used to, but also a way that we find language, is through stories and through books. I would never have imagined when, after 9/11 and after Hurricane Sandy, I began thinking about writing a children's book exactly about this issue, about how to help parents find reassuring language for children, even when they can't control the world. I would never have imagined how many years it takes to publish a children's book, and I would also never have imagined the eerie coincidence that it's about to be released on April 1st. The book, I'm going to read it to you now so you could share it with your children. It's called Mommy, Can You Stop the Rain? And I hope you can appreciate the unbelievably beautiful illustrations, which I get no credit for. They're by a wonderful artist, Anna Skuska. And here we are. Mommy, can you stop the rain? No, I cannot stop the rain, but I will dry your hair and wrap you in a towel warm from the dryer. Then we will eat iced cookies with pink sprinkles on top. Daddy, can you shush the thunder? Whoops, I skipped a page there. No, I cannot shush the thunder, but I can turn Zadie's chicken soup pot into a drum, and we can march around the table like a band in a parade. Mommy, can you turn off the lightning? No, I cannot turn off the lightning, but I can shine my flashlight into the dark corners and make shadow animals climb into the Noah's Ark picture on your wall. Daddy, can you quiet the wind? No, I cannot quiet the wind, but I will fasten the windows tight and rock with you under Bubby's blanket and sing softly in your ear until the wind sounds like a whisper. Mommy and Daddy, can you send away the storm? No, we cannot send away the storm, or quiet the wind, or turn off the lightning, or shush the thunder, or stop the rain. But we can stay close and keep you cozy and warm until the last raindrop falls and the sun shines on your head again. At the end of the book, the publishers, Berman House, asked me to offer a message to parents. Realized that this was 2 years ago, before any of us knew what the world had in store for us. And I wrote at that time, when children are scared, they naturally ask parents and other grown-ups for help. And as much as grown-ups might want to, sometimes they just can't make the scary things go away. The parents in this story can't stop the lightning, but they can make their little girl feel better by reminding her she's not alone. They can't quiet the thunder, but they can drown it out and help her forget the sounds by banging on pots and being silly. And rain or shine, grown-ups can always offer children comfort, reassurance, and love. It's profoundly important for children to know that they can always count on the love and care of the grown-ups in their lives. When children hear this message, we are here. We love you. We will comfort you. They learn that someday the storms and scary times will end and they will be okay. In this way, parents' caring comfort builds strong, healthy, independent children who will one day manage through the daily storms of life all by themselves. Mommy, Can You Stop the Rain has two parents who love their children, as we all do. Those parents know there's so much they can't do, but they also know there's so much they can do. And that's true for all of you, for all of us. These are stormy times. Our children need us. They need us to help them weather the storm, to let them know that our love is there, our reassurance, our calm coping skills are going to serve us all well. May we all be blessed with sunshine days, with brighter times, with good health, with refuah, with a cure for everyone who's ill. Thank you for joining me.